So today I want to talk about something that I think goes heavily unappreciated or understated and not talked about that much, but it really stuck out to me, especially these past couple of days, so hopefully you'll be able to take something out of it as well. But I'll give a bit of context. So recently I haven't been in the great headspace. Emotionally and mentally I have been trying to juggle life and kind of handle things, but it got really overwhelming. I was completely stressed. I wasn't making progress in the things I wanted to do, and the things I tried doing, they were either getting turned down or just flat out not working at all. And it has gotten very, very frustrating and very stressful. I didn't feel like going on anymore. I was tired of it all. Luckily for me, my family eventually got to know about it and they really came around me. They tried encouraging me, they addressed the problem, and then they tried to come up with different solutions and really encouraged me and tried to help me feel better throughout the whole situation. They helped me, they talked to me about things to do, and they also encouraged me, and we prayed about it as a family. I went ahead and tried something and it worked, and I felt very good at the end of the day. I think it was 2 days ago. I really, really, truly appreciated how much they poured into that and tried to help me feel better. And I wanted to ask them, because we had a call when I came back home that day, and I wanted to ask them why they would go so far to help me, they would go so far to encourage me. I ended up not asking them because deep down I already knew the answer. It wasn't because I was some kind of asset to the family. It wasn't because I was a breadwinner or I was bringing in some kind of huge value to the family that they could not just sit by and let me feel down. It was out of the mere fact that I was a member of the family and they just loved me that much, just like they loved everybody else in the family. And we're a pretty small family, we're not huge, it's just a family of 5, including me, but I had to change my perspective and see things and stop seeing things as, oh, if there's value, that's why this is happening. It's out of the pure love of just being part of the family that they went to such lengths just to make me happy, to see that smile or hear that smile on my face, so to speak. It was a huge reminder that I definitely needed, and I've been thinking about it definitely for the past couple of days, ruminating over it, and I think is also something that we can also try and do as well. If, for you for example, I'm sure maybe it's not every family, because I know not every family is privileged enough to have that kind of relationship, and some do, some don't. But for you specifically, there's probably somebody in your life, whether they're a family member or a friend or just somebody there in your life that shows up consistently, or at least at the very point that you really, really need somebody to just be there with you, to encourage you. And they show up and they try to help or just sit there with you and be there with you through it, and then after all of that they try to encourage you, and then you're smiling or laughing again and it's all good. I want you to call them today, right now. If you can't call, that's fine. Maybe send a text message, but whether it's through a call, whether it's through a text message, just send them the message saying thank you for all that you do. Because for people to go that far, to take out of their time and their energy and all of that just to see a smile on your face, it's truly, truly selfless. It goes way beyond just words. It goes way beyond just words and actions. It's something that can't be simply quantified. Those kind of people should not be taken for granted. It reminds me of a quote that my mom told me, and she often said this a lot before. which is familiarity breeds contempt. And it was around this time that I actually realized what that really means. The more you are comfortable, the more you have easy access to something, at some point you're going to take it for granted. At some point you're going to not value it as much as maybe you should value it, simply because it's always there, it's always available. It goes for the people who are there in your life as well. Sure, they may seem to always be there to have your back and stuff, but just you taking that time to acknowledge what they do, to tell them thank you for what they do, really, really goes a long way. So yeah, that's just some thoughts on that, and hopefully those people really feel appreciated for what they do, because it's huge. Anyways, I'll see you in a bit. Take care.